Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Bit Adventurers. I'm Jake Spins, welcoming you guys back to my gaming and unboxing channel, where today we're going to be talking about one of the cutest members of the Yoshi family. For those who don't know, Yoshi is one of, if not my favorite Mario character of all time. I've used him in so many games of Mario Party, Mario Kart, and any other Mario spin-off that he's playable in that you can list, think of, or count. I love the little guy for so many reasons. He's so charming, he's so adorable, and the fact that there's a character as cute, if not cuter than Yoshi, is almost appalling and enough to send somebody to jail if they suggest it, because, I mean, come on, look at this guy. Wouldn't you want to give him a hug? I mean, he's one of the best parts of Super Mario World, so much so that they ended up making a prequel, sequel, spin-off of Yoshi that created an entire series of different Yoshi games and Yoshi branding. He even has his own branding inside of Smash Brothers. So once again, I say, it's almost illegal to say that there's a character potentially cuter or on the same level as cuteness of this guy. Yet, that character does exist in Yoshi's adorable little doggy, dun-dun-dun, Poochy! That's right, Poochy is Yoshi's dog. Honestly, any way that I can relate to the cute green dinosaur even more, or just at all, I guess, because I am not a cute green dinosaur that carries an Italian plumber on their back, though at some points that might be a good thing. But one thing that I can relate with Yoshi with is that we both have adorable and very loyal dogs that will do anything for us. Now, of course, Lily is amazing, but this guy right here, he is just insane. Before I end up putting the horse before the cart, Poochy's first appearance is inside of the first ever Yoshi game, being Yoshi's Island, where you go around carrying baby Mario, trying to get him to safety, hopping from one color Yoshi to another color Yoshi. Surprisingly, a game that I still have yet to play, just like so many Yoshi games, it baffles me that I haven't. It's really weird. But Poochy himself shows up there to help Yoshi go through all the trials, tribulations, and get the babies to safety. He's always there in so many countless measures that it's insane. While Poochy can be helpful in certain ways of getting collectibles for Yoshi that Yoshi can't end up reaching with eggs or just himself, Poochy is a lot more than just a collector, hunter, and a best friend. Poochy is the Superman of the Mario universe. Now, I know that in some games Wario has been indestructible, but in all games, Poochy is indestructible. This guy could take on the likes of Spider-Man, Superman, frickin' Thanos by himself. Because I am telling you, this doggo is not only cute, he is as cute as he is indestructible. So what he'll do is he'll jump into a level to help Yoshi out, and ironically, Yoshi can jump on Poochy to ride him, so Poochy is kind of Yoshi's Yoshi in a way. Except, just like Yoshi in certain games, Poochy can go through spikes, but he can also avoid things like lava and fire and just go in them like it's a nice smooth bath, like he's having a sauna. You know, fireball falls on his back, no big deal, he's just getting a nice flamin' massage. He doesn't give a crap. Seriously, if any of these powerful beings came straight down onto Poochy and destroyed the entire world under him, he would be living with the cockroaches and the Twinkies. And not only that, but he gets even cuter because not only is he Yoshi's dog, but he has 3 little Poochy pups, being a blue one, a pink one, and a brown one. Now, I don't really know too much about Poochy and his pups, but I do know from the games I have played, like Yoshi's Woolly World, from how helpful he is in there. But more so, Crafted World, he ends up being a support role, and you have to find his pups going in reverse of the level. You get the pups and you can throw them, and I believe they're kind of like the chicks. The chicks themselves, they have a bit of steam that goes out when you throw them, but I'm going to put in editing if that's right or wrong, because it's been a little bit since I played the game, and I haven't seen the pups that many times, enough to really say. But if I haven't said it enough in this, I'm going to say it again. He's freaking adorable. And what makes him even better in stuff like Woolly World is that he has a little bit of a badge that you can lock to have him in any level whatsoever. Now, the other really cool thing about Poochy is he does technically have a title role inside of a Yoshi game. While it is the port of Yoshi's Woolly World, his name does come first in Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World, and he gets a bunch of new features in that game, such as different levels where you get to play as Poochy, being able to jump around and collect his pets, as well as through that game getting a Poochy amiibo, which is just adorable as heck. For the longest time, as far as I knew, that was the only Poochy merch at all. However, Little Buddy and Sanei came out with this adorable little guy, which is a perfect part of Nintendo constantly going with one company to make a bunch of merchandise, because they can go deeper into the Mario character vault to pull out characters that are under-merchandised or not used a lot. One of those characters being the cute little Poochy. But before I get too crazy and all over the place, let's actually unbox this guy and show off the plush. Alright, here we go. Yoshi's adorably loyal friend is wagging his tail. He's saying hello. I will help you through all of your trials and tribulations. If you need me to cross the spikes, I will cross the spikes for you, because I am a good Poochy. I am a very, very good Poochy. Alright, so Poochy himself has the cutest little face where he's always sticking his tongue out, because he is so loyal that the second he sees you, he will give you all of the adorable little kisses, like the good doggo that he is. His tongue actually goes out pretty long. On the plush, it kind of looks like he's just bit his tongue, or it's been stung by a bee and it's a little swollen, which, poor Poochy. So it could be going down a little bit more to look a little more accurate to the character, but it is fine. I mean, they just pretty much took like a little bit of a plush pocket and they sewed it in the mouth, which the only other way to make it go down is if they sewed it to the bottom, or if they ended up just having it be a flat fabric. But they did end up putting stuffing in there, which is pretty nice. And fortunately, they didn't go crazy and do anything like vinyl or try to like match like a tongue texture, because that would have been really weird. Instead, though, they did the regular felt, which feels pretty nice. Connected to this, you have Poochy's Muzzle, which is a more sturdy fabric, being a little bit harder on the sides to end up keeping a form of the little muzzle. I guess these could also be considered lips, which would make sense, but they're big enough to where I consider them more to be a muzzle. This is also pretty soft and kind of like a inner tube shape in a sort of way. Going from there, you have the eyes, which unlike any other Mario main cast character or side character, his eyes are actually very small, kind of like a Hammer Brother or a Sumo Brother. There are a few enemies that do have those smaller eyes, and those are actually embroidered like a lot of the plush eyes are, with a little bit of a white dot there. So looking pretty cute. From there, we have his main body, which is white with a little bit of a golden brown in there. Pretty close to Lily's color scheme, actually. And later on, when I thought of different names after naming her, Poochy was a name that came up that I could have named her. Also, Tails was one that I thought of, but I went with Lily because that's what stuck and that's what felt natural. Back to Poochy, though. Both of these are really soft, and they actually blend really well together despite being two separate patterns of fabric. And I'm thinking that maybe this could have potentially been like a cloth that they set up. I'm not entirely sure though. But you do have the top having that spot by the eye. And then underneath, there is no spots there. It's just the pure white, which looks pretty nice. Going from there, you have the soft collar. And a lot of the times you see this on Bowser or Bowser Jr. with the spikes being embroidered there. However, Poochy's doesn't actually have the spikes. And this is actually what the collar looks like, having the little dots there, along with the very soft but sort of rough fabric, which that is just one strip going half circle there and being stitched there, as well as right by the neck. So that looks pretty good. On the back, you have a fairly large spot, which also connects to this. They do have it be cut off to halfwards, I think to be either with the collar or maybe it's supposed to look like that. But I think they did the spot on purpose so that the body could be a separate part than the head, just so that the fabric would align really nice. And the initial plan was probably, again, to put the collar all the way around. Somewhere along the line, it ended up being more so around here and back, and not covering that area. Other than that, though, you do have these other spots, which you would think that they would be the same consistency. Surprisingly, though, they're actually more of a rougher and more vinyl type of texture. I don't really like this, as this type of texture is known to really age and wear out over time. This is seen on plush like the Sonic Adventure Gamma, which do really wear down a lot, and it just really stinks that they're on there. But it's not a big deal, since it would be easier than placing those 4 different spots on with something like this fabric. So probably just easier to just stamp it on there, or however they put it on. Under there, though, he doesn't have any paw prints like a lot of characters would have, which kind of surprises me because I figured there'd at least be tiny spots there, but he doesn't have that. Last thing of note is his tail, which kind of looks like a little Dr. Seuss flower. You've got this harder black fabric right there, fairly soft, but also feels a little bit stiff and a little bit chalkboardy. And connected to that is this cotton puff ball, which that's actually a pretty good representation of what this feels like, because it looks like it would be a lot softer, but it is very cotton ballish. Last thing I did want to mention is that this is actually a plush based on the Crafted World version, which I can tell by looking at the render on the tag, which has Yoshi riding Poochy in the Crafted World style, which is really freaking adorable. So whether you like the game of Crafted World or not, at least we can thank it for giving us the lovely Poochy. So thank you, Crafted World. Thank you for giving this to us. Anyway, though, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. Share this out with everyone you love. Brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. And just enjoy the beautiful look of Yoshi and Poochy having a nice time together, because they're about to jump into another adventure. Not a hint for a Let's Play, just me being goofy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Trot on! Do 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 do. Woof woof. Do do. Sorry, I'm trying very hard for a thumbnail. Normally I talk during this, but I want to enjoy the cuteness. Just like you guys are right now. Anyway, though, Bye, guys!